So today I'm going to be teaching you guys a little bit of drawing mechs. I haven't gotten into this very much, so I'm fairly new to this area, so bear with me. I say the word a lot. Anyways, the whole thing about mechs is you take a human proportion and you change it over to, you mess with it and you configure it, and then you add a whole bunch of parts, which is the most annoying part about mech drawing for me, is the whole bunch of parts. So yeah, as you can see here, I have a basic armature thing, and so I'm gonna mess with it a little bit and show you what you could do toward drawing a mech. So one of the first things I would depict is it piloted or not? Because if it's not piloted, then you don't have to worry about trying to fit something inside. But if it is, then yeah, it's going to be a little bulkier in the torso. So we'll just say mine is not piloted for the sake of today. So the heads are all sorts of shapes. I actually think the more squarish or circlish, perfect shape is what they usually come in. Shoulders are usually quite a bit bigger, so they go out to just about there or something like that. Arms go down farther. And if the arms go, if the shoulders get bigger, the waist or the hips or whatever have to get bigger to follow the trend. But yeah, I'll just keep it like that. So this is a little bit bulkier. I think I might actually make the head a little smaller, and then all right. So let's get to work. So the first thing, block out the head. I would say the next step is actually around the hips. I like this sort of rectangular blockage between the two hip joints. It's a nice touch. Then block out the blocks of your creation. We'll say that. Alright. The legs are quite interesting the way you find them. You usually find them, like if you look at the Optimus Prime or something like that, you'll find that the legs are short and then they get fat. So then they'll come out with this sort of just ridiculously robust. Yeah, I should stop talking. And my go. So now the torso is, I would say, the most annoying part out of all of this. I would say the torsos have this sort of like a pentagonish shape, but it depends on how you want to do it. So I'm going to choose this sort of pentagonish shape and go from there. So that's the first step, is to block out everything. The next step is to start adding parts. So I'm going to start with my shoulder and torso, just like guard this big bulky thing. Make the neck seem really short. Alright, so now I'm going to actually So the best part about drawing is you can say actually, and then you can go back and you can say that's terrible, I'm going to fix it. So I'm going to raise the hips a little bit. See, yeah, mechs are usually long in the legs, or actually they're a little short on the legs, they're long in the arms, short on the torso, so. Okay, I'm going to fix my armature real quick. Yeah, they kind of have short legs too. And the car just went past my house. That was really noisy. Alright. If I'd known it was going to be this short, I would have made it bigger. Oh well. So so that's that. These shoulder plates make it look bulky, buff, whatever you want to say the word is. And I'm actually going to end it right about there. Alright. Then from there we can start with the shoulders. Alright. So yeah, the shoulder plates, they're important. Try not to make them too big because then your neck looks utterly ridiculous, and yeah, you'll probably get the hang of that once you start. Alright. Rebuild this real quick. That's how I typically do a lot of my stuff, is I like to rebuild. Why not? We'll just not have a link there and just make a gun barrel. Why not? Experiment. It's fun. Alright. So I'm putting in the hand joints now. I'm not very good at hands. So if you are, don't poke too much fun at me. Alright, so the arms here, they're pretty much like the legs too. They're pretty short to begin with, and then they get to be robust and huge and like I am boss sort of thing. So there we have a gauntlet there, or a forearm guard, whatever you want to call it. Over here, add some short, quick details to the gun barrel, and then I'm going to do this. This might be interesting. Sort of claw-like structure coming off. That way you might be able to grip something. No, that's not thick enough. There, now I'm going to continue and I'm going to work down on this real quick. So, for this part here, I like to try to find out what's on the inside so I can maybe make it seem a little cooler when I make it on the outside. So, it looks kind of like origami right now. Mechs are also pretty symmetric sometimes. That you will have this sort of weird, mismatched, unbalanced sort of thing. That's pretty uncommon, actually. So what would I call those? The hip guard, we'll call it that. This thing that comes off of the rotating joints on the legs, the beginning of the legs. Those are, I would just call them this sort of like little tiny okay. So then the leg guard. This is where the fun begins. You just make it pretty ridiculous when you have it come out. And then I'm gonna quickly sketch back over here. So yeah, a lot of this is experimentation. If you have like random toys around your house, those are like perfect for this. They're not like perfect, they are perfect for this. There, I actually said something right for once. So that, yeah, they're pretty good for this sort of thing where you can basically just try to attach them on somewhere or something. So now I'm going to draw the leg. What am I saying? The foot. Draw the foot now. So foots are also kind of iffy for me. Basically, just want to make them look kind of like they're sliding out of. Yeah, I'm terrible at perspective too. I should go to art class sometime. Alright, so then I'm going to quickly do something for the face. It's always a challenge to try to make these things look angry. Which is what I would typically expect a mech to look like. Is angry. There, that actually doesn't look too bad. It's like the best one I've ever done. So I'm just going to do a few quick details now. I'll speed that up. Yeah, thanks for watching, and here I go.